Kanakanala Rahul Reddy. You're a mechanical engineer, right?
Yes, sir. Can you please,
BTech 2018, right?
Yes, sir.
So DAF says that you did some activity at ISB. There was some entrepreneurship program.
Yes, sir.
So can you share some details about that program?
Sir, that program was in collaborative initiative of T-Hub, which is an Telangana government's entrepreneurship hub, and Indian School of Business. It was to train engineering students in entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how is entrepreneurship different from business, corporate business, for example?
Sir, entrepreneurship necessarily has an innovative idea, and that idea is being converted into a business model. On the other hand, a business can be already existing business which is there and just replicating that particular business.
Okay. What are your learnings at ISP? 3 or 4 learnings as part of that program?
Sir, first thing I've learned is the design thinking, sir. We had design thinking workshops where we used to brainstorm and find out solutions to problems. Second is we learned various business models. And third thing is how to pitch a project, how to pitch a business model that we have to investors. Fourth thing is how to leave behind the misconceptions that we are having about starting a company. And
Yeah, design thinking is a buzzword nowadays, right? Can you share some of the innovative application of design thinking concept in some sectors, let's say education sector, health sector? Can you apply this concept of design thinking?
yes, sir. For example, with the invention of 3D printers, it has various applications in both health sector and education sector. So when it comes to health sector, we are able to manufacture many medical instruments using the new 3D printing
But
technology.
is that the problem in the first place? Because design thinking starts with a problem. Problem statement has to be taken up very correctly.
Yes, sir. It is not exactly a problem, but I would say a little bit of uncomfort, and we are trying to make it more comfortable.
All right. Okay. Now you have been a mechanical engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
And what are the skills a good mechanical engineer must possess?
Might take 2 seconds to think.
Sure.
Sir, the first thing is problem solving attitude.
Okay.
And the second thing is interest in that particular machine or automobile he's working upon. Third thing is theoretical aspects of behind that application.
What about design capabilities?
Yes, sir. The design capabilities are also needed.
Okay. What is your system, CAD system? Which one is of your choice? What would you prefer? Can you name some of the CAD systems in mechanical sector?
Sir, we have used AutoCAD in our final year, sir, but I have not personally used that software in other applications.
Why is it a CAD of your choice? What are the distinct features of, let's say, AutoCAD which you have found useful?
I do not remember specifically the features about it.
Okay. My last question to you would be, describe your process in checking for flaws in, let us say, mechanical equipment or any object of your choice. How do you go about finding out flaws?
Sir, first I would think of the optimal performance of that particular machine or whatever object it is. Then I would compare it with the current working of that aspect. And then I would go into micro details of where it is going wrong and where it is going right. Once I figure out that particular thing, I would try to repair that particular aspect.
All right. Okay. Can you explain how hydraulics works in a machine?
Yes, sir. Sir, hydraulics is the use of oil or any fluid to apply pressure on a particular object. For example, in disc brakes, we use disc pads on which the pressure is being applied from from the caliper that we have right on the steering. So in that way, hydraulics is being applied.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. K. Rahul Reddy.
Yes, sir.
You belong to Telangana.
Yes, sir.
What is your optional subject?
Political science and international relations, sir.
Oh, okay. Taking mechanical engineering, studying it for 4 years, and then choosing the different subject altogether. What is your
Sir, rather than ease and clear chance of clearing the examination, my choice of choosing PSR was interest, sir. I had an option to choose an extra subject which I'm interested in, so that is the reason why I chose political science and international relations.
the mechanical engineering? We use machines in agriculture, especially harvesting, and we used to harvest rice, paddy in and what is happening that in North India we used to harvest it mechanically, and then after that. But this kind of situation is not there in South India. We don't have the smoke or burning of the rice residues. What is the reason why it is not there in South India? Because it is also full of rice. AP, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, everywhere the rice is there. But we don't have that kind of pollution, air pollution or burning of residues.
Uh, Sir, modernization is not at that pace in South India, sir, and also the land is being left for a few days, few months after that particular season. So I think those are the reasons why there is no stack remaining on the fields. This is what I can think about. I'm not aware if there is any extra.
In North India, we use the rice harvesters, but in South India, do we use harvesters or not?
Not as much as we use in North India, sir.
Okay. Public relations, India's public relations with its neighbors. Uh, they are not so good at the moment as they were earlier. What is the reason? What is the impact of China on this particular issue?
Sir, in this aspect, I believe any developing nation would like to diversify its beneficial partners or investment partners. So, what our neighbors are doing is also the part of typical behavior where they want the best of both the countries, both the big neighbors they're having, and play regarding the China aspect. I think that is the main reason uh, uh, due to a trade and investments that China is putting in and the economic capital they are having. That is the reason I think they are using the China culture.
China, it is entering to China Sea, making artificial islands. Is it a right step or right international behavior of China?
Sir, legally it is wrong, and even PCA judgment, Permanent Court of Arbitration, has given a judgment regarding the same. Uh, I think legally it is wrong of what China is doing in South China Sea.
Afghanistan, though now even the Afghanistan forces are also retaliating on Taliban. But Taliban are basically the citizens of Afghanistan itself, maybe misguided or whatever it is. What do you think? How long this kind of battle will continue? Because it is being supported by Pakistan directly, and India is also talking with the Taliban also. On the other hand, Afghanistan forces are bombing them. So, how do you think this whole situation as such?
Sir, I personally could not predict the right future what is going to happen, but the ground reports suggest that the Taliban forces are moving at a greater pace, considering the withdrawal of US and NATO forces. So, but there is a good couple of months at least 6 months to 1 year that the Afghan government forces would be able to handle the Taliban forces.
America in Iraq, America in Afghanistan has the situation in both the countries so similar, or America has gained a good moment in Iraq and not in Afghanistan?
Sir, when it comes to Iraq, there has been a successful political and as a diplomatic outcome for America. But on the other hand, in Afghanistan, the war has just prolonged to almost 20 years and there has been no result, and it does not seem that there would be result also. So that's the difference, sir.
What is karting? What is karting? What is karting?
Sir, karting is the driving of go-kart, sir. Go-kart is a vehicle. It's a basic level automobile, which is a low-lying machine with four broader wheels, and it does not have a suspension. It has the basic parts of an automobile like engine, brakes, steering. It lays low to the ground. You have, I think you have observed nowadays they are using it for recreation. Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is 4-bar mechanical?
I'm not able to recall, sir.
Okay, no problem. Recently, India has been developing supercritical thermal power plants. What is exactly supercritical about it?
I do not know the meaning, sir.
Okay, no problem. Don't you think, being a mechanical engineer, there are topics like engines, casting, welding, machining, and these 4-bar mechanisms, and all these developments took place sometime in the early 20th century. Now there have been 100 years, and all of them are almost saturated. Don't you think we should close down mechanical engineering departments, because all the knowledge is already developed? Perhaps some basic mechanical engineering knowledge should be provided in all other engineering departments, and there should be no separate department of mechanical engineering.
Sir, this debate has been happening since the last 7 to 8 years, even in regional colleges, because the seats have been decreased. I think this debate would not sustain, because there is always a need of mechanical engineering. Because though we have seen technological improvements in various aspects, for example, from IC engines we have shifted to electric motors. But even in electric motors, there is a considerable amount of role of mechanical engineers over there. I think things will only improve when it comes to the current curriculum may not be suitable, but the revised curriculum or the upgraded skills would be useful of mechanical engineers.
What are the new fields emerging in mechanical engineering which should be included in the curriculum of mechanical engineering?
May I take a couple of seconds?
What?
May I take few seconds to think?
Please, no problem.
Sir, I could think of three things, sir. One is we still study a lot of our third year and fourth year part in IC engines, but it's almost clear that in a couple of in this decade itself, we can see the transition from IC engines to electric vehicles. So that must be included in the syllabus. The second thing is the 3D printing, and as sir mentioned, design thinking is not very much detailed in the subjects of mechanical engineering curriculum. So even that needs to be added. And third one, I think the application based parts of mechanical engineering must be included, the recent inventions.
Oh. How will you use mechanical engineering in civil services?
Sir, I do not think I could think of any direct use, because I do not know what role I would get in civil services. But wherever I would get a chance, for example, as sir mentioned, in modernization of agriculture, if there is a new invention and if I think I could scale up this particular thing to benefit the farmers, there I would play a beneficial role.
Okay. You come from a family of business.
Yes,
Your
sir.
father has an industry, right?
No, sir.
What does he do?
My father is an insurance agent, sir.
Insurance agent. Okay. Okay. What is your take on Make in India? Do you think Make in India program has been a success?
Sir, to an extent, I think it has been successful, sir. But due to the disruptions in the economy and lack of investment and the COVID pandemic has not given the results which we have expected for.
Okay, so what were the reasons for success or failure before the COVID-19 pandemic?
Sir, the major success would be the growth of MSME sector.
Okay, so you think that MSME sector has grown much more because of the Make in India as
It,
compared to the time earlier?
it has definitely given a boost, sir. Even under Mudra scheme, it has given a boost to the MSME sector.
Can you provide some facts and figures to back your claim?
Not aware of the exact facts.
Okay. Okay, tell me any four policy measures which you would recommend to enhance technical entrepreneurship in India.
Sir, could you please repeat the question?
Can you tell me any four policy measures which you will recommend to enhance technical entrepreneurship in India?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first thing would be just as the technological entrepreneurship program is there, we have to introduce entrepreneurship as a curriculum in all the engineering or even in school, like the Delhi schools have been doing it. We have to introduce students to entrepreneurship. The second thing, sir, I think would be to uh, increase the what do we say? For example, the research thinking in the minds of students, and research must be done on new innovative technologies, sir. So these are the two things I could think of.
What was Startup India?
Startup India was to promote startups and entrepreneurship in India.
What were the main elements of Startup India program?
Sir, setting up of incubation hubs and government providing certain incentives to newly born startups. These were a few of the problems.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Rahul, what are you doing currently?
Sir, I'm preparing for the exam, sir.
So, you passed out in 2018,
Yes, sir.
and thereafter you are not taken up any job?
No, sir.
All right. This is the first time you are appearing for the interview?
This is my second interview, sir.
All right. So, what happened in the first interview?
It was nice, sir. It went well.
How many marks did you secure?
157, sir.
So, what went wrong? You did not secure good marks in your written or what?
Yes, sir. In written, the scores were not very impressive. And in interview, I could not maintain a balanced state of mind after in the interview time.
All right. Why? Why so?
Sir, I think I was wrong in estimating the kind of pressure I would face at that particular moment.
The kind of?
The kind of pressure I would have at that particular moment. I thought my presence of mind would be absolutely there. But that did not happen in the final interview.
So, are you sure that this time this will not happen?
My efforts are
All right.
that's it.
Okay. So, Rahul, you said that your father is an insurance agent.
Advisor, yes.
Tell me, what are the problems of insurance sector in this country?
Sir, one is there is not much insurance penetration and insurance density in the Indian market, sir. And second thing, there is no diversity of insurance policies. There are not
Diversity in insurance policy. What does that mean?
there are not customized insurance policies for every financial background. There are only few options, and micro insurance sector is not very much developed. And most of the share, 75% of the insurance sector is being done by the LIC of India, and
So-
there is no private participation as much.
So, what steps need to be taken to set it right?
Sir, I think the progress in this particular aspect which I've talked about would directly come from the market itself rather than government taking any steps. in private the private increasing the private investment. The government has increased the FDI limit also.
From what level to what level now?
75 to 100, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the diversity of policies and the insurance companies adopting new technologies like business analytics, the market
Business
itself.
analytics is only a tool. It's not a policy. Policy is like a product, insurance products. There are not many business insurance products in the market.
Sir, I could not get the question.
Insurance products.
Yes,
There
sir.
is a lack of different kinds of insurance products in the market.
Yes, sir.
Today, there's basically what? Insurance of a house or a property, life, these kind of medical.
Yes, sir.
But there are many, many more which are required.
Yes, sir. And I think business analytics would help in that aspect, sir. As you mentioned,
No,
it is
that's
a
a
tool.
tool
Yeah, exactly, sir.
to determine the risk. Because when you take up an insurance, you just pay the premium. The risk is taken by the insurance company.
Yes, sir. And also, it can be applied to.
Suppose I book my ticket for Srinagar, and because of some reason I am unable to go. But that's a non-refundable kind of a ticket. Why don't we have an insurance product that even if it is a non-refundable ticket, I'll get insurance. I'll get the money from the insurance company if I get it insured. If there is some product like this, so a lot of people will buy that.
Yes.
So I go in for a non-refundable ticket because those tickets are much cheaper, and I pay a little bit of premium, say 100 rupees or 500 rupees, to get the insurance, so that in case because of some exigency I do not travel, so I will not get any money from the airline, but I'll get money from the insurance company.
That is definitely an innovative idea, sir. I do not
This
know
is
the
what I'm
process.
saying, that in India we do not have many innovative products, and especially as you said, the micro insurance. People sitting in smaller towns or villages, they need small thing. Corona हो गया उसके so many people had to migrate back to their work. अगर कोई insurance product होता, they could have taken that insurance policy by paying only say 10 rupees or 20 rupees per month kind of thing. That in case they had to go back, they will get some money from the insurance company.
Yes,
You
sir.
have to think of many eventuality. You see, insurance ultimately helps you in mitigating unpredictable things, unpredictable situations, isn't it?
Definitely, sir.
All right. So you come from Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
Andhra Pradesh is contemplating to have three capitals. What do you think of that idea?
Sir, the basic reason they have provided, the government is providing, is sufficient regional development over even regional development.
No, I'm asking about your views. What do you think of that idea? Do you think it's a
Sir,
good idea, bad idea, or what?
So, though the goal is good, I think there are multiple other tools which can be taken up.
No, sir. Suppose you are the chief minister. Will you continue with this, or will you abandon this idea?
Sir, I would have abandoned the idea.
Why?
Sir, I find more problems in this idea rather than the benefits of that particular idea.
So, what are the problems?
Sir, capital being an area where all the branches of the government and all the offices will be there, but dividing based on the branches of the government, dividing the capitals would not be feasible for the many
All right.
people.
Agar had this idea been good, the United States of America would have at least 5 or 6 countries.
Yes, sir.
They got one. It's a huge country. All right. Tell me something about Aksai Chin.
Sir, Aksai Chin is Indian territory which has been occupied by Chinese.
Where is it located?
It is located in the northeast of Jammu and Kashmir and on the
Northeast
Ladakh.
Ladakh. Yes, all right. So what happened? Why China is claiming it to be its territory and not that of India?
Sir, can I get the question again?
Why China is claiming this part, Aksai Chin, to be a part of Chinese territory and not that of Indian territory? What is the basis? What is the reason being given by China?
Sir, reason being given by China is of revisionist attitude, where it is quoting its own maps, political maps, that this area belongs to it historically. But I find it as an security dilemma issue, where it wants to maintain dominance over a particular area by creating instability in the region and occupying and creating border clashes.
India ever had any territorial rights over this? Aksai Chin? How did Aksai Chin become a part of Indian territory?
I am not aware.
Thank you very much, Rahul.
Thank you, sir.
You just step out. We'll call you after a minute or so to give
Thank
you
you, sir.
So, Rahul,
Yes.
first thing first, you will be using same dress?
No, sir.
So, dark suit basically कोशिश होनी चाहिए या तो navy blue kind of thing or black.
I have navy blue
All
one, sir.
right. And white shirt
White shirt.
White shirt.
or off-white kind of thing. That is one part. How did your interview go with us?
Sir, no, I think not so well.
All right. We also feel कि जितना आप में potential, you have got huge potential. You are a very nice candidate. But the kind of answer which we were expecting from you, those were not coming out. So you had to work a little harder on your subjects and current issues.
Yes, sir.
Superficial knowledge से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. You had to have the details and deeper understanding of subjects. You did not exhibit the deeper understanding of subjects. You had some information here, there you had picked up information. Picking information will not help you.
I agree.
So you have got enough time. You take up some issues, maybe 8, 10 issues. Current issues will be only 4 or 5 kind of thing. Some other issues will be 5, 10 again. You see, first you have to look into various institutions of the country. So what are the main institutions? First is democracy, judiciary, executive, legislature. So look into those, what are the current issues? Regarding judiciary, regarding democracy, Pegasus is an issue revolving around democracy kind of thing and that kind of thing. Then next, security of the nation, Afghanistan, China, Pakistan kind of thing. You must understand what are the pain points between China and India and why. It will not take more than half a day, but read 2 times. Morning mein padhiye, sham ko padhiye. At the time of going to the bed, understand, think about those issues, create your own thinking, and you'll do very well.
Yes, sir.
You are in the habit of giving some answer, but only a part of the answer kind of thing, which will not satisfy anybody. It is expected that you will not get the full answer, but whatever parts you are taking up, those should be full. Those should be complete.
There are certain insecurities because I've not been in touch for the last 2 months. So
It doesn't matter. Now
need
you have
to
got
revise
1
it.
month, enough time is available. Have mental peace, sit down peacefully, do it. If you have got confidence, if you do it well, you will get into the services. All the very best.
Particularly about state details, your state, both Tamil Nadu, Andhra and Telangana. You need to.
yes, sir.
In total, no giving any point, okay? Important current events, sir has already given. Answer in depth, at least, we expect at least you should explain little more.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Applicable part of the subject, both mechanical or whatever, but is applicable. Society should be into, because you will be there for, and you have done something, it is for the society. So society should be a core, but benefit out of that what you go to the society.
Thank you, sir.
One thing I would suggest you is that you should start working on the topics which you have written in the DAF.
Yes, sir.
Every word is a potential direction for your interview. So I would suggest that pick every word, just Google it and see what comes up. this will give you a lot of directions in which you can study. For example, if your graduation subject is mechanical engineering, then just pick the detailed syllabus of mechanical engineering and ask yourself, can you start an educated conversation on that topic? Obviously, no one can know everything about everything, but I would like you to have at least 50 words to speak about on every topic of mechanical engineering. What is stress? What is strain? What is 4-bar linkage? What is Carnot cycle? What is this cycle? These you will find these terms in any good books index. You don't have to go inside. So ask yourself, can you give 50 words on that? This won't take you much time, especially since you have already spent. So it will just need some brushing up. Similarly, for example, you have used the word technical entrepreneurship. That is a very catchy word. We are trying to promote entrepreneurship in India. So any interviewer will be tempted to ask about that. What is the status of India in that entrepreneurship? What are the steps taken by India? What are its elements? So it is expected that being a civil services aspirant, you will have natural curiosity regarding it. So you should try to have some 50-100 words to speak on those matters. Similarly, since you are a PSIR, public political science and international relations optional, so again we will expect something more from you on India-China as compared to anyone else.
Yes, sir.
So by this DAF itself, you are building some expectations regarding you, and the good thing is that you already know what expectations those will be. So you should just try to refurbish your knowledge base regarding all those. I'm not asking you to do a PhD on something, but just have something to start an educated conversation on those topics. I think Google might help you in this.
Yes, sir.
So that's it from our side. Wish you good luck.
Thank you, Ji. So thumbs up side is you are pretty confident, good communicator, and the buck stops there. Okay, so as already been, the feedback has been given, you need to really work on domain area.
Yes, sir.
The starter could have been the kind of if I may say, game changer for you. ISB has huge reputation, and you had the opportunity of having, going there and having a program on entrepreneurship. So what I would have, these could be few tips that the structure in which the program was conducted, kindly just brush through it.
I'll revise it again.
Right? And, most of the answers which he asked around entrepreneurship and startup and so on and so forth could come from ISB. And you could have made it more interesting. Oh, it was a wonderful place to be in. ISB is a great organization, right? So that could have set the tone of your interview.
Yes.
And that could have immediately caught, right? So you have to be quick. Use some good thinking. So therefore, time is on your side. Prepare well and let it be your D-Day on that day. All the best.
Take care.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Civilsdaily.